Wake that ass up.
Get up and get turned up with Diddy in the morning.
We getting wild up here.
Listen, you guys, we got to talk about why they're comparing Cardi B to Bill Cosby and R. Kelly.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Hot topic.
Powered by 1-800-TRUCK-WRECK.
First, we got to talk about Michael Irvin had a scare. You guys saw that, right? A cancer scare?
Yeah, he did. So he actually went to go get tested recently for throat cancer. His father died when he was 51 years old of throat cancer. So they said, I guess, he was maybe commentating a game, and he lost his voice. Well, he lost his voice for 2 months. So that's when he became...
I did notice that when I was watching him on the NFL Network.
Yeah. So they said he went to go visit some of the best throat doctors, and they said, look, you really, if your father had throat cancer, you need to go get scanned. He said this was the most terrifying thing he had ever done in his life, because that's a diagnosis.
Excuse me. I just had that, people.
What you have?
Yeah, what?
I had to have a procedure, and one of the things is because I have fibroids, right? And a lot of African American women have fibroids, and I have them, and I have 3 of them within my uterus.
Right.
And so the doctor was like, they couldn't tell what was going on with him. So I had to have like what is that called? A sonogram and all this other kind of stuff. They talk about biopsies and this and that. And I just had a procedure, and I came in. I was like, hey guys, just so you know, I don't have cancer. And you guys said, oh, you did. Oh, y'all didn't even care. Like, y'all didn't even call me to make sure I was good.
I went through a scare with my kidneys. I never even brought it up.
Well, I want you to know I'm different from you. I want attention.
And let's be clear, hers wasn't as scary. She been living with the same fibroids since she was like 13.
She named them.
There's triplets now.
Yeah, exactly. Keisha, Lisa, and Tyrone. It's funny the third one was a boy. I'm like, that's weird.
These bees.
I know. You guys are horrible. Okay, listen, Jussie Smollett. Let's talk about Jussie, right? So, yesterday it came out that Jussie, all 16 charges have been dropped against Jussie Smollett in this case, right? The lying and cheating, the lying and saying this and that and everything. And so Jussie came out of the courtroom, and immediately, this is what he said to everybody.
I told y'all. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told y'all.
That is exactly
That's what he said.
That's how you feel, man.
That's how he felt. But anyway, and he also said this.
Not for a moment was it in vain. I've been truthful and consistent on every single level since day one. I would not be my mother's son if I was capable of one drop of what I have been accused of.
See, I want to have your back, but when you're dramatic like that, you say stuff like that, take him back to court.
Yeah, his first comment was a lot better.
Yeah.
Oh, you like that one?
I told y'all. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told y'all.
He was like, I told y'all I ain't do it.
Yeah, that holds everything right there. It clears everything up right there. You don't need all that other drops of blood. You just need those words right there, homie.
I don't know if you saw, though, but the police chief and the mayor of Chicago, Rahm Emanuel, they're so upset that Jussie got away with this.
Do I think justice was served? No. Where do I think justice is? I think this city is still owed an apology. This is a whitewash of justice. In the end of the day, it's Mr. Smollett that committed this false claim.
Am I bugging? Do they think they were trying like El Chapo? Like it was just a dude from Empire. He's not even the #1 star in the show.
But I think because he took so much of police time just being dramatic.
Yeah.
I mean, you get what I'm saying? Like it was unnecessary drama that he started.
Man, they made like they had Suge on there, boy. Like, they were gonna put Suge away for life. It was Jussie, homie.
I know it. Man, and Cardi B. Cardi B's getting blasted for an old video where she admitted to drugging and robbing a man to pay for her music career, pay for her demo tape, her mixtapes and stuff like that. And I want y'all to take a listen.
I want to go straight. I want to go, oh yeah, you want to me? Yeah, let's go to this hotel. And I drop up and I rob them. That's what I used to do.
Now that is what, you know what?
Oh, man.
Can you imagine Culture coming out and saying when she grows up, like Jussie, and go, I wouldn't be my mama's daughter.
If I didn't. If I wasn't ratchet.
Drug men
and
rob them.
I wouldn't be my mother. I mean, like, for real, this is where I always say, you don't know what your mama, whose mama's is what. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Well, she did try to defend herself. She got on Instagram and she said, look, I was trying to survive. I live in a culture where you could talk about things you did in your past. She was like, dudes rap about murdering and robbing and doing drugs.
That don't make it right, though, baby.
It doesn't. Well, then to make it right, she said the men I spoke about in my life were men I dated. She said I was involved with these men.
Wait, she robbed and dated these men?
Yeah, she said they were conscious, willing, and aware of her drugging and robbing.
I doubt there was never a second date. Like I get if I'm robbed.
Hold on. But doesn't it sound like what Bill Cosby was accused of?
Exactly. Like it. She just made it a hardship story. Like she made it to come up.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is where I came from.
But isn't that what he did? He would take these women, he would rob them. I mean, not rob them,
Not
but he
rob,
would drug them without them knowing.
Yeah.
And everything else.
Could she still go to jail?
I would think if more men come out, kind of the way what happened with Bill Cosby, right?
Yeah.
All those women came out and said that he was drugging them. What if all these men come out and say that about Cardi B?
There's going to be trouble.
Or it's going to be a movie. But I believe it's already a movie, people.
Really?
Surviving Cardi B. You haven't heard? Take a listen.
Surviving Cardi B. Cardi B. A 3-night event. Premieres Thursday, January 3rd on Lifetime.
First of all, it's way in January.
January.
gotta wait a whole
She said
damn day.
January.
It's called pre-promotion.
Oh, okay. And who
Or
was,
maybe locked up.
Yeah, it's already, yeah.
and who was crying at the beginning?
That was a man. But
That was not a man.
Yes, it was.
Can we
He was
hear it
crying.
again?
Yeah.
Surviving Cardi B. Cardi B. A 3-night event. Premieres Thursday, January 3rd on Lifetime.
It's all chopped and screwed.
It goes with her, it's Cardi B.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So look for that in January, everybody, all right?
In January.
All right, y'all.
Wake that ass up. Get up and get turned up with Diddy in the morning.
We get wild again.